All right. Let's see if we can get this going here. Bear with me for just 1 second. I'm gonna do this a little differently today. Okay, we are live. We're gonna do the first 30 for 30 sauna challenge today. We're gonna try this live. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if I can do this every day at 9 p.m. Eastern either. Might be too much to ask of me. But we'll see what I can do. So let's get started. I'm just gonna go through this. Now there's no specific agenda. Today's topic or thing that I would like to cover is using infrared saunas for weight loss. I'm gonna show you why in just a second. I've had the sauna preheating for about 10 minutes. We're at about 100 degrees and that's just fine. We're gonna make some water. I'm gonna do my normal stuff. What I necessarily do for myself is not right for everybody. So not trying to promote a particular protocol or anything like that in this series. We're gonna get one towel for me to sit on, one towel for my feet, another towel for face cloth, and we're gonna run downstairs real quick, make some water like I usually do. Might add a few supplements. I'm trying to think. Just toss these towels in there. And I dropped something. Another thing to note, a lot of people talk about preheating the sauna. What's the temperature in this space? This place is pretty cold right now. It's 70 degrees. I just finished a workout maybe 3 hours ago. Had dinner about 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'm trying to think of what else. Make a little bit of water. This is kind of weird doing a live like this with the phone. Take you guys, who was it that said that to me the other day? They're like, yeah, you kind of use some supplements and all that stuff, but I don't ever show the crazy stuff that I do. And I don't promote that for any, particular audience or health problems or things like that. So it looks like, I don't really know if this live is working or not, but I'm just gonna record it live. It'll go up for replay. So today I am using a little bit of Hydramino. It is electrolyte supplement. I don't recommend that you use Hydramino. I'm just using it because there's a little bit of post-workout benefits for what I did earlier. Doesn't mean it's a good fit for other people. Not promoting any particular products or things or anything like that in this video. It's just what I'm doing for myself today. So I don't do this every day. In fact, if you guys are looking for an electrolyte supplement that doesn't have other shit in it, I probably wouldn't recommend Hydramino. Probably would say look into Liquid IV. There's also Electromix, something like that. There's these by Oceans, but I haven't really tried these yet. They're in a glass bottle. Might be a little bit much for most people. Let's see what else we need. Okay, I think I'm good to go. We'll head upstairs and start the session. And I don't know if I can see comments on this thing. I don't even know if this is working. I've never done it this way before. Did a little test the other day, but don't know if it was worthwhile. So Sauna's been on for 15 minutes. We're at about 112. That's enough for me. I'm gonna have to talk and run the thing. And I'm not really prepped. Oh, my sign fell. We were doing some other shooting in these earlier today, so I had a sign propped up on the back. Just get rid of that. All right, just give me a minute to get situated. I lent out my suction cup mount and something else. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to prop this up here. See if that works. So first things first, put my towels down, kind of cover basically any surface that I'm gonna be sitting on. This is what it looks like before I sit down. Pretty basic, but for somebody who's never saunaed before, might be useful. I don't know. And then I've also got a towel for the floor because I have the floor heater on. Or I'm sorry, the bench heater is on in this thing. I'm in a Radiant Health corner sauna this time. I'll probably rotate out for a couple different saunas throughout the week if I can actually do the 30 for 30. And so I'm gonna go ahead and we've got 40, how many minutes are left? 6 minutes and 35 seconds. Been on so far. Sauna's been preheating. So we're gonna go for, I'll try to shoot for 30 minutes. I don't know if I really can do 30 minutes today. I did a pretty intense workout earlier. If you guys have questions, drop them in the comments. This will be up for replay. It's kind of weird to do this live and have like zero interaction. So today's topic, so I don't just sit here and ramble about anything like nonsensical, is about using infrared saunas for weight loss. One of the reasons that I wanted to do the 30 for 30 challenge really isn't to, I mean, I kind of do this stuff on my own, but I don't really film it. These are just my nightly sauna sessions. But I've been in Maine for the last week, and about a month before that, I decided that I needed to lose a few pounds. I gained about 20 to 25 pounds through the winter. I'm gonna make some specific videos about this at the desk later this week. But really, saunacourses.com has launched, and I put the DIY sauna course up there. There's gonna be a bunch of free courses in there. One of the things that I wanna do is put together a course for people that wanna use sauna specifically for weight loss. And so I thought day one of 30 for 30 for the sauna challenge would be a good topic to discuss why saunas help you lose weight and what the actual mechanism of fat burning capability they provide. Like, where does it come from? People think that the infrared sauna is like some particular type of light. Some of the questions that I get are pretty crazy. And that is a problem doing this on a phone. Usually if I record with a phone, I do it in airplane mode so that things don't pop up. If it drops the live stream, I'll try to come back as quickly as I possibly can. Otherwise than that, I'm not really sure what to do about this. Anyway, I didn't really understand, I mean, I understood, but I didn't really experience for myself how an infrared sauna can help you lose weight until my cousin got me to wear a heart rate monitor. And that's what I'm going to put together inside saunacourses.com. There's going to be like a free weight loss course in there. And really what's happening is, without moving, you can get your heart rate zones into zone 3, like mid zone 3, without exerting like physical movement force. And then an infrared sauna can do that for you. What that means is you can basically burn the same amount of calories sitting and sweating out toxins in an infrared sauna as you can as jogging on a treadmill, right? Which is pretty nuts to think about it. Like, you can increase your core temperature and get your circulation going and your heart rate to the point of being equal to a light jog or a brisk walk, or some people call it power walking or whatever. This is really, along with the heat therapy, this is really what's happening when someone truly loses weight from infrared sauna sessions. And so one of the reasons that I want to do 30 for 30 for myself is because I have some more pounds to lose. I'm going to do like the scale video and the mirror video and all that. I didn't do it tonight. I think I need somebody to help me, like hold the camera or do it for me so that you can see. I don't look obese, but I noticed that I look absolutely terrible in the cadaver bag video that we shot 2 or 3 weeks ago. Or it's a, I call it a cadaver bag. It's an infrared sauna blanket. I think it's a higher dose sauna review. I saw myself in those. Have I lost weight since you started the sauna? Josh says, well, Josh, I wasn't overweight, 2 years ago. I fluctuate anywhere from 200 to 210 pounds. That's a good weight for me. I'm kind of like broad shouldered. I'm a little stocky. Right now, about a week ago, I was 233 pounds. Right now, I'm 228, 229. And so I wasn't fat before I started doing the sauna stuff, but I have used saunas in the past to kind of lean up, and I would like to try to do that again. The way that I gained the weight was spending the winter with my 96-year-old grandfather in Maine and just basically eating like a hibernating bear that missed fall, basically. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying before that. Thank you for commenting though, because I actually know that it works now. Basically what happens with this, I can't type like on the computer, but when you guys leave a comment, a little box pops up for like 2 seconds, and I've got 3 or 4 seconds to read it. So if you put a comment in there and I don't happen to see it, or you think that I skipped over it, please just put the comment in there again, because there's no way for me to pull it up on such a small screen. But anyway, so a lot of the sauna companies try to sell people on the idea that a sauna will help you lose weight, but they don't really go into how and what is happening. But when you wear a heart rate monitor and when you do different types of sauna sessions, like, you don't necessarily have to preheat the sauna, super hot. I'm already starting to sweat on my forehead and my back. I'm kind of leaned over. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm leaned over very far away from the heaters. Like, if we were trying to maximize performance here and do all that stuff, I would lean way back. I would get myself in contact with, as much of the heaters as I could. Just to give you an idea of temperature, we've got 38 minutes on the clock. We're at 117 degrees. That's plenty. It's starting to get plenty warm enough for me to get a good sweat. Let me see if I can. I can't find my mount either, so I ordered another one. It'll be here tomorrow. So in the future, this should have a better perspective. But anyway, if you guys have any specific questions relating to using saunas to lose weight, how long, how many calories you burn, blah, 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 whatever it is, throw it in the chat. If I see it, I'd be happy to comment on it. So I have used infrared saunas off and on for 3 years now, and there's definitely a huge improvement in sleep. I don't track my sleep, but I can totally tell. If I sauna in the evening like this, I sleep like a rock, and I wake up tomorrow generally refreshed, especially if I combine that with a little bit of binder therapy. Brain fog is diminished, mental clarity, mental sharpness is definitely improved. I see a couple of people dropping in and out. Not really sure what you guys want to talk about. This is a 30 for 30 season 1 episode 1 challenge, or sauna challenge. So really, if you guys aren't putting things in the chat, I'm just kind of talking about today's topic, which is using saunas for weight loss and things that are kind of related. There's really no agenda, so please, throw things in the chat, ask questions, be interactive. This is not really, like, I don't enjoy sitting here just looking at myself talking to the screen, so it's way better if you guys interact. But anyway, so back to where I left off before Josh was commenting there. I saw myself in 30 days in a row, Josh. I might miss a day here or there just for other obligations. 30 minutes a day is the goal, but I don't have to do 30 minutes. So if I do this for a week, I'm also doing pretty intense workouts. I mean, we did an hour of I don't know if you guys know what the Man Maker workout is, but we did an hour of Man Maker tonight, which is pretty intense. Like, I didn't really want a sauna tonight, but I kind of I kind of wanted to get the 30 for 30 sauna challenge going, so I sort of had to bite the bullet and just do it anyway. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I sweat my ass off from 5 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. and then I had dinner at 7, and then I laid on the couch for an hour to kind of let that digest, because I don't like to come in the sauna when I, am full or have eaten recently. I kind of like to wait until after. Today is day 1. Yeah, right now. We are 15 minutes into day 1, season 1, episode 1. So no, I don't have to do 30 minutes, but that's kind of the goal. What I might do is just turn the sauna temperature down, a week or two from now, if it's too much consecutive. I'm not recommending or advocating that other people do 30 minutes a day for 30 days either. This is a little bit too much. Yeah, I'm gonna try to live stream every night at either 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern. I might miss 1 or 2 days here and there just from other obligations, or if I need to take a break or something like that. But the goal is to do the 30 for 30, challenge just like anyone else would have to do it. So, what was I saying? So I saw myself in the cadaver bag video, and it was kind of eye-opening. I look terrible. My midsection is definitely needs some work. So along with the workouts, we're gonna use the 30 for 30 challenge. Currently seeing my son and watching me. I may do the 30 for 30 with you. That's awesome, Lizzie. Yeah, I think I should have clarified that the other day. I think people thought that I was saying they should get in the sauna for 30 days for 30 minutes a day. And I think that's a little much for most people. I've been doing this a long time. I have a lot of experience with it. I'm also taking electrolyte supplements. I'm also taking some other recovery supplements like citrulline and Neutrosogene. I don't recommend other people do that, but that's just some protocols that I've been running for workout recovery because I'm struggling. Yeah, that's awesome, Josh. 15 minutes a day is great. And 7 days a week is really too much. Like, no one should really sauna for 7 days straight every single week. You should give your body a day of rest. So we'll see. There might be one day where I just turn the camera on and I don't turn the sauna on. I just turn the lights on and I don't sweat. But I'll still try to honor my commitment of doing the live. Lizzie and Josh, you guys have been great. This makes it a lot more interactive for me. Whenever you guys comment on something, it just pops up for about 5 seconds, and then I can at least see that you guys are talking back and forth to each other. Otherwise, it's just me on the little tiny phone screen, and I see myself in the viewfinder, and then, I'm just blabbing on and on. I hate this. This is another reason why I haven't done this. I had this idea a year ago. Somebody requested it. They were like, hey, can you live stream your sauna sessions that you do for yourself? What binders do I use? Also, to use it before sauna or after? Depends on which protocol you're doing, Lizzie. If you look at my other YouTube videos, or you just go on YouTube and search sauna detox binders, there should be 2 or 3 videos. I like the cheap bentonite clay capsules. I don't like the powder because it's kind of like eating mud or eating dirt. Sauna questions, start your 30 days of sauna sessions for sure. Yeah, I think so, Josh, but a lot of times they don't come live, they come on the replay. So like not everyone's available right now. And then I just get inundated with comments or emails post like actually recording or going live. So we'll see if that changes a little bit. Because usually it's a lot of work to follow up with people like the next day, because then you're doing a new live. So I might get a little bit behind. But Lizzie, I mean, the end-all be-all binder is charcoal. You want to look at that list though. The Enteros gel is really, really good. I've gotten some great results with a lot of people with Enteros gel. But basically charcoal, bentonite clay mix, and Enteros gel. Enteros gel is just a silica gel. It's very light. Some people say that it clogs them up, but usually they're not drinking enough water when they mix it, when they take their dosages. So they'll just do like a spoon, a teaspoon or tablespoonful, and then they'll drink a little bit of water. But like this is probably enough water for a teaspoon of Enteros gel, but not enough for a tablespoon. So you really need to consume, fluids and blah, blah, blah when you do that stuff. But I've got separate videos on that. And then as far as the timing, I usually take them, I'll take one. I like to kind of alternate them, because if you think about how binders work, they have a certain affinity for different properties. So usually I would take like a bentonite clay, maybe a half hour before my sauna session, and then I would do some Intros gel right after the sauna session, or vice versa. Everyone tries to get super particular with this stuff, but really there's some margin for error there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Doing it is better than, doing it wrong sometimes is better than not doing it, unless you have some specific health complication or you've had trouble with chelation in the past and you're trying to recover from that. Then there's like specific details and timing and all that stuff that you would want to be mindful of. But unless you've had like DMPS injections or have been on an ALA protocol or EDTA or something like that and it went wrong, I really wouldn't worry about it too much. Let's see, what else were we talking about? So what do you do about laundry? If I could have a maid or a laundry service do my sauna towels, that would be great. I haven't figured out a solution to that. I mean, I buy specific towels like from Costco, and I just try to use those for sauna sessions only. But they just, 2 or 3 days of sauna sessions, they'll pile up. So plus I'm using 2 or 3 towels per sauna session, so it's kind of a lot. But it keeps the sauna clean and keeps my face clean. Like I don't like to use the same towel for my feet or that I sit on to wipe my face. It's just kind of grimy. But yeah, I don't know, man. I wish there was a solution to the laundry, but there really isn't. Either you want to use plenty of clean towels, or you got to do a lot of laundry. It's pretty ridiculous. But let's see where we're at. I got 29 minutes on the clock. Sauna's at 125 degrees. We've been live for 21 minutes. You've reused for 2 times, the towels for 2 times. Yeah, it probably depends on how much you sweat and what you're doing with them. I can get away with reusing the towel on the floor, like underneath my feet, a time or two. But I'm kind of picky about the other stuff. Plus we film and everything else in here, so these kind of get beat up. It's not like a regular residential. Like I had the sign in here and it's all dusty now because we were filming some other stuff. Not while the sauna was on, but we were doing a whole bunch of videos and things like that. Drilling holes in the roof, making a new, guide for the wiring for accessories and those crazy light bulbs and yada, yada, yada. No, that would be cheating for this. So I would tell you if I was doing that. It's off and there's not even one plugged in over there. That wouldn't really be fair because that's adding 500 watts of heat to the sauna. So one of the things that people like to see in my sauna videos specifically is, I showed at the beginning that it's 70 degrees in this house, which is a little chilly if you're in Florida. And people like to see, how long does it really take to sweat? And everyone has this misconception that infrared sauna has to be at 150 degrees or 170 degrees in order for you to get the benefits. I didn't think about that. I wonder how hot this is going to get before it shuts off. Usually I have about 20 minutes on these devices, depending on where I place them. So one of the things that I like to show in the videos, because otherwise I get a lot of questions about that, is how long it takes to start sweating, how long it takes for the saunas to heat up. And I might switch around different saunas this week. I'm in the corner sauna, Radiant Health, E3CH or something, and I think Josh was the one that reminded me to do that video. This is not a 3-person sauna, it's a 2-person sauna, despite what they call it. But if I had, my point is, man, I'm rambling. Point is, if I had those heat lamps on, you could not preheat the sauna as much and I would start sweating that much quicker. So that wouldn't really be a fair comparison to, a lot of folks. I mean, I'm definitely sweating now. It should be easy to see. The lighting isn't the best in these things. I'm not running camera lights or anything, but you can see that inside of 15, 20 minutes, we have a good sweat going on. And I was totally cold. I said I did a hard workout yesterday, but we were done at 6:15. I showered, I ate dinner by 7. I sat on the couch for an hour, and I had had a cold shower before that. So it's not like, because some people cheat. You see sauna review videos and the guy's like sweating in 2.2 seconds. So my lamp's hit in the corner sauna. Yeah, man. when you when you put those in there, Josh, it's gonna supercharge that thing. Some people like it. Some people are like, wow, I didn't know it was gonna be that much stronger. But it's 500 watts of heat. So a 15 amp sauna that has a 15 amp power supply kind of taps out at 1850 watts, meaning any household circuit that's 15 amps or smaller has a maximum distribution of 1850 watts. So you're under 2000 watts with the power supply in the sauna. Now you're going to go and add 500 watts of heat. So you're adding 25% more power of heat than the sauna came with. So it's a significant increase. It's a significant difference. Anybody else have any questions? If you guys are just coming in, I can't see who you are. It just shows like when you pop in and when you pop out. Please throw something in the chat. I'm doing this live on a little tiny iPhone, so I can't really see or type. So if you comment, it'll throw something up for like 3 seconds. Took a shower before I got in here, so I started sweating right away. Cheater. No, I'm just kidding. That's one of the things that we've got the saunacourses.com thing has launched, and what we're going to do is there's a lot of people that are health challenged, and there's some protocols to try to get them to sweat when they can't. And that's one of them, Lizzie, is to either put yourself in hot water, either your feet, take a hot shower or whatever while the sauna is preheating. And it kind of signals to your nervous system that, hey, our core temperature is already preheated. Then you get in the sauna and it's just like, whoo, it's pretty quick. But the other thing you can do is just go run around the block, go for a walk, use the rebounder, vibration plate, all that kind of stuff. But if you're just tuning in, throw something in the chat. I really dislike just talking to myself into the camera. This is the 30 for 30 Sauna Challenge, episode 1. We're at 26 minutes and 38 seconds. I've really only been in the sauna for probably 15 or 20 minutes. I got some water, did the sauna preheat, did a couple other things before getting in here. But we've only really got 5 minutes left or so. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, anything specifically weight loss related, the kind of starter topic for episode 1 is for all the folks that have weight loss questions about using saunas. Always shower before, best to wash off lotion. I mean, I guess if I don't know what you mean by is it best to wash off lotions and stuff before you get in the sauna. I mean, all it's going to do is sweat out of your skin and go into the towels. So I don't really worry about that stuff too much. Like I'll come in here straight after a workout if I have the energy. Like today we were doing the man maker. I definitely did not have the energy. I needed to rest for like an hour. The other thing is you can what I do is I put activated charcoal bags in my sauna. So if there's any type of off-gassing, this is basically just charcoal particles. They're just they're like a sponge basically for VOCs. Anything that you might sweat out of your skin. What kind of wood do you recommend in the sauna for people with sensitivities? Tony, this is probably like one of the most beat up topics from all the sauna companies. Like one company will say, oh, you have to have poplar because it's the most hypoallergenic and least, like least allergen sensitive or whatever lumber. Another person will say, oh, you have to have basswood. Hemlock is toxic. And, another person will say, the only thing that I've said along the years is that cedar sometimes emits an oil and it can be a skin irritant if somebody has skin allergies. But really, in my experience, and I have saunas in this room from all types of wood. There's a cedar one over there. There's a poplar one over there. This is a hemlock. The only thing I don't have in this room is a basswood. I would say, in my experience, I personally like hemlock because it's usually mild. The smell is mild. I've had some basswood saunas that are really, really strong. It doesn't mean that all basswood saunas are like that. Like the Clearlight Premier series that comes in basswood, that's not a super strong smelling sauna. It usually dissipates after having it for maybe a month or so. This Radiant Health Corner 3-person or the 2-person like the other one that I have, they're hemlock, and those are also pretty mild. And they don't, to me, it's all about what you generally not have bad results with. So if you're a hypersensitive person and usually you get around cedar and it gives you problems, or usually you get around spruce or like pine finished cabins or whatever, I'm making this up. I don't know if that's the case with you. If that usually gives you problems, then I would just stick with what normally doesn't. And some of the sauna company jargon I mean, I could give you a few brands to maybe stay away from that have really strong smells. That's usually what gives people trouble, to be honest. It's not necessarily the type of wood, because this sauna milling is the exact same as the Healthmate cedar sauna milling that's on the other side of this room. And I just prefer the smell and the texture and the lightness. It's very dark, but for somebody that loves the smell of cedar, it's perfect for them. They don't have any issues. But what I'm saying is, like, the construction of the sauna, like everyone makes a big deal about, oh, it's got to be aged cedar and blah, blah, blah. The milling, the paneling on the walls, it's exactly the same. The same equipment made both of them. That's just a cedar stock, and this is a hemlock stock. It comes out pretty much the same. That smells different. It's darker. It looks different. There's a few, like, I mean, in my personal opinion, I think the more eco-friendly one is the hemlock, the basswood. You could say the poplar, like the high-tech health people promote the poplar as being, you know, the least toxic or whatever. But there's also felt on the back of the grates of the heaters. So when we put the VOC meter in these, this sauna actually registers lower, even though the other sauna companies claim that with this child safety guard cloth in here, that it's like toxic and all this other shit. This sauna measures lower on a VOC meter than the poplar sauna. So you have to ask yourself after a while, or as my grandfather would say, after a while, crocodile. We're at 31 minutes, guys. You guys have any other questions? I probably got another 4 or 5 minutes in me. I am sweating like mad. I don't know if you guys can tell. The lighting in here is kind of crazy. I'm talking. We're in the 1:30s. There's 19 minutes on the clock left. When I say 19 minutes on the clock, that means I preheated it for, or when I turn the sauna on to preheat it, it starts out at 60 minutes. I let it preheat for probably 12. I don't exactly remember. You guys probably know better than I do. At least 12 minutes. Then I hopped in. And so we went from, 45 minutes down to 20. So that's about good for me. 25, 30 minutes. That's pretty good. Any other questions? I'm probably going to sign off in about 4 minutes here. We're at 31:58 on the live clock, 32 minutes. So how's everybody doing? Those of you who are in your saunas, are you still cranking the heat? How are you doing? Are you staying hydrated? You got some electrolytes? If you don't, just grab a coconut water. Showed some powders at the beginning of this video. It'll be up for replay. If you don't use any of those and you're planning on trying, a 30 for 30 variation, you probably want to take some electrolytes. Be mindful of magnesium, potassium, if you're doing a lot of sweating. Any other comments, guys? Any questions? Any feedback? Does the sauna get hotter than 150 inside with the bulbs? Probably no, Josh. No sauna is going to get hotter than 150 on the control panel unless that sauna company has built it with that in mind, right? So this sauna, even if you have the core temperature in here hotter than 149 or 150, whatever the thermostat is programmed to kick the heaters off at, it's not going to register on the control panel. So will it get hotter than that? Oh yeah. Is it going to show on the dial? No. Are you going to feel an extra 500 watts of heat? Oh hell yeah. It's going to be hot. It'll be really hot. It'll be so intense that you'll have to take a break, crack the door. I kind of feel like that now. In fact, Tony says, thank you. Does anyone in Central Florida sell the brands you recommend so I could check out the wood odor of the two persons? Tony, I don't make a habit out of doing this, but I'm in Orlando, just outside of Winter Park. If you really want to check one out and you're in Central Florida, go to cleverleverage.com. Use the contact page, fill out the form. It'll send an email directly to me, and I'll let you come over and you can check out whatever saunas you want. I'm not really set up to do demos right now. I used to do that when I used to sell saunas, but I no longer sell them. There's no place in Central Florida other than a hot tub store that's going to be able to give you any reasonable feedback or probably have the tools or the knowledge base that you're looking for in that particular situation. So happy to help you out. Just contact me privately. I won't put my email or cell phone number on YouTube usually. How you guys doing? Lizzie said she had 10 minutes left. Did you start late, Lizzie? Or are you just a champion? And I am feeling it. I'm about ready to get out, but I'll stay on just for a few more minutes. Tony, you got it. Thanks. Sure, no problem. What about Josh? Josh, are you still in the sauna? Anyone else still in the sauna? It never occurred to me that everyone else was going to get in the sauna at the same time. Josh says we'll start tomorrow. Okay. You said that earlier, didn't you? I'm starting to lose track. We got to get a better system here. Maybe I can put the laptop on a chair. Oh, that's okay. I need to step out too. I'm just not focused on myself. I'm focused on this ridiculous little contraption. But maybe I can set up a laptop. You can't sleep. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember talking to you and you were telling me that. That's crazy. Have you tried like 2 or 3 hours before bedtime? I mean, I can understand if you did a sauna now, like we're doing, and then rolled over to try to go to sleep. There's no way. Because it's going to be 30 to 40 minutes before your circulation and your heart rate and everything else returns to normal. Even after a cold shower. Like, I go down and sit on the couch, and I feel like, not like I'm on fire, but my core temperature is still elevated for quite some time. That's why I have the AC on 70. It rained tonight, so it was kind of humid, and I was kind of feeling hot after the workout, so I made it a little colder in here than normal because I knew workout plus sauna session later, I'm donezo. So, hey guys, a couple more minutes left. Quick question for you guys. That's awesome, Josh. Maybe, have you ever tried in the morning? There's a lot of people who believe that the body detox is the best in the morning. Personally, it's not for me, but hey man, if it works for you. Do you guys have any suggestions in the last few minutes? Tomorrow night is going to be episode 2 between 8 and 9 Eastern. We might go to 9:30, 9:45 if I have it in me. Do you guys have any suggestions on how to make these better? Like, I kind of came up with a generalized topic to start day 1, which is really just, hey, we want to use these for weight loss. I want to do the 30 for 30 challenge because I am working on losing the rest of my weight. I used to be in pretty good shape. Now I'm not. Stuff happens, blah, blah, blah. Do you guys have any tips on like what to talk about, how to make these more useful, because they're going to go up for replay? So you guys see this stuff live and it makes sense. But other people that don't see the live chat or weren't here, they watch it and they're just kind of like, what? This guy's just rambling on. He's in a sauna, he's sweating, keeps talking about the temperature. Then he mentions weight loss. Then he mentioned he looks crazy in a cadaver bag. But he's committed to doing sauna reviews no matter what they are. No, I'm being funny. But seriously, do you guys have any constructive feedback? How do we make these better? How do we make it more useful for everybody? How can you help me help you? Like, how can you guys get more out of these lives? Because the whole reason to do them live is so that you have the opportunity to ask questions, give feedback, do it the same. And if, in your own house, and if you run into a problem, you're like right here. You could just say, hey, this is happening. What would you suggest? Has this ever happened to you? Blah, blah, blah. Some people are, triathletes, and they're using this for training purposes. Some of those guys I can't keep up with. But for the folks that have health troubles and yada yada, can definitely try to make this as useful as possible for them. So I haven't seen the chat box come up at all. Nobody has any tips, no suggestions, how to do a better job tomorrow? Absolutely. You want to see the outside ceiling, what the sauna or the plug strip is? I don't think it's hooked up, Josh. I'll do it just for you though. So there's a small hole drilled there. I unscrewed this and took this off, and then this is wired up. It's currently not hooked up. So there's a power strip with a 12-foot cord on the other side, and then it's all disconnected right now because we needed the extra clickers for the demonstrations for the DIY sauna course. If you guys didn't get, or no, this is a different audience for that. We did a DIY sauna course like 2 weeks ago for people that can't afford a normal sauna but still need the health benefits. I have cats. I'm afraid they'll get on top of the sauna and play with the wires. They can't mess with those, man. It's that's really heavy duty. I mean, it's like, I think it's 12 gauge and they're twisted. It's very, very stiff. But you could change that a little bit. You could drill a bigger hole, put the power strip down in the ceiling, and then do all your wiring in there. It's okay for me. Description box, you could do a summary for whoever missed the live. Yeah, that's a good idea, Lizzie. Okay. Like maybe a timestamp thingamajigger. Yeah, I could probably do that. Might be difficult to keep up with them every day, but thank you very much. Josh, you could tuck all the wiring in the roof. Just unscrew all the screws around the perimeter, take the roof off, and then you'll see there's some channels in there. There's going to be an open place where you can put a power strip and just route the cord out and then cover that with something so the cats can't get at the wire. Because it's probably going to be, I mean, if they don't tear up extension cords now, that's pretty much all it's going to be like hanging out of the roof. So then it just comes down the side. Josh says, oh, no way. Oh, no way, what? I don't know what you mean, man. That's how I install my stuff. I mean, I wire it up like an electrician would. If you're gonna have a junction or anything like that, didn't know what. Like, you just thought we draped an extension cord in here and then plugged the things in. It's not. These are actual electrical fixtures screwed to the ceiling, and then they're wired up in the roof. And then they usually get plugged into a power strip. Ceiling had a power strip. The ceiling had a power strip cabin on the ceiling? I don't know what you mean, bud. But generally I have all that stuff on a clicker. So there's a little remote in here and it's all hardwired. So I don't usually use a power strip. They just go straight into an extension cord. And then there's an outlet clicker on the receptacle. So when you want to turn them on, it's just like the DIY sauna that we did. That's why all the stuff's not in here, because we were using it for that video shoot. But basically you just be in here and turn on outlet 1, that'll kick on your one bulb, turn on outlet 2, that'll kick on your other bulb. And so all that stuff is hardwired. As long as the remote has the receptacles off, there's no lights on in here. So there's no messing around with switches. You don't get close to the bulbs. They're really, really hot. You know, try to keep it as safe as possible. So any other questions or feedback or suggestions, guys? I've been live for 41 minutes. There's 9 minutes left on the clock. I'm hot. I'm ready for a cold shower. It was good seeing you guys. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Josh, for commenting as much as you did. Seth Cardo's Relax Sauna. Go on YouTube, type in Matt Justice Relax Sauna EMF review. That'll kind of have my thoughts. I have one. A friend has it right now. We're going to bring it back to do the portable sauna showdown now that the DIY sauna is done. It works. You sweat in it. It's a little bit, I mean, they have AC magnetic, or they have AC wiring running to the fans directly under your feet. Usually most of the saunas have a transformer in them that switches from AC to DC. And then we're still kind of being picky about the EMF. The Relax Sauna has, you know, magnetic fields at your feet of 60 milligauss that your feet sit next to. So it's not my favorite thing, but none of the saunas are really my favorite thing. It's kind of like the enemy of all enemies. You have this tight quartered thing that's supposed to collapse and be portable, yet somebody's supposed to engineer it to be, you know, low EMF and still have enough far infrared coverage and still work well and you know, all this stuff. And it's kind of like, you know, hiring a contractor to work on your house. Usually you get to pick 3. You want speed, you want quality of workmanship, or you want price. You pick 2. Or I'm saying usually you get to pick 2 out of 3. The portable sauna world is kind of like that. Seth, man, if it's a good fit for you, buy it. I mean, I don't have anything against those guys. There's no ill will toward them. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I mean, you could build a DIY sauna that we just released a course for $250 that, in my opinion, works better. Some of the hocus pocus around the Relax Sauna, like it has these chips in it that mitigate EMF and all this bullshit. Come on. I mean, there's electric fan motors in there that have heaters in them that plug into the wall. There's nothing, I mean, you know, I don't know. But if it's a good fit for people, hey, I don't want to be a proponent of somebody not buying it just because it's not my favorite thing. They do work. The friend that is borrowing it right now, from what I've heard, is the best portable. Sure. Hey, man, if that's what works for you, then go for it, bro. I mean, no worries. The friend that I have that is using it right now says it works great. So it does make you sweat. I don't think it's worth $1,200 or whatever the price tag is. It's a little bit ridiculous for what they charge. But any other questions? Any other feedback, guys? I'm going to go ahead and hop off. We're almost 45 minutes in. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, everyone else, for asking questions. And whoever sees this later, please give feedback in the comments so I know what to do better for tomorrow. I feel like a lot of this is nonsense rambling and yum. So it's not fun. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great night. It's after 9 p.m. here, my time. I'm on Eastern, so have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of the 30 for 30 Sauna Challenge.